Have you ever gazed into the eyes of your sworn enemy, only to taste the salt of shared tears, feel the tremor of mutual betrayal, and smell the acrid smoke of crumbling certainties, like Brutus confronting Caesar on the Ides of March, or a Cold War spy unmasking a mirror image across the Iron Curtain, where hatred dissolves into haunting kinship? In episode 8 of My Status as an Assassin Obviously Exceeds the Heroes, released on November 24, 2025, we descend into this intoxicating mire, where identity unravels like frayed silk in the wind, and sacrifice echoes the hollow thud of a guillotine's blade. The shadows whisper secrets of blurred morality, their chill seeping into your skin like fog off a midnight sea, positioning this chapter amid the saga's escalating moral labyrinth. Post-rescue tensions from episode 7 morphing into diplomatic tempests. It's a seductive pivot, intriguing with hints of alliance amid enmity, yet withholding the full storm. Picture yourself huddled in a dimly lit chamber, ears straining for forbidden truths, heart racing as whispers promise revolution. But what if the monster under your bed is merely misunderstood? The episode doesn't resolve the riddle. It fans the flames of your curiosity, drawing you inexorably toward the screen, because unraveling this enigma isn't mere entertainment. It's a compulsion, a quest for the hidden facets of your own divided soul. Will you dare to listen? Emerging from episode 7's ferocious clash, where Akira's shadows clashed with demonic forces in a dungeon reminiscent of Dante's Inferno, salvaging allies from the brink. Episode 8 relocates the drama to a precarious sanctuary, introducing an enigmatic figure from the opposing side whose arrival shatters preconceptions like the fall of the Berlin Wall, exposing fissures in long-held enmities. Akira, alongside Emilia and Ueno, navigates tense negotiations and unexpected disclosures, blending respite with rising intrigue as personal histories intertwine with geopolitical shadows. The narrative pivots toward broader conflicts, culminating in a revelation that reframes the war's origins, akin to uncovering hidden motives in a Shakespearean tragedy. Feel the weight of uneasy truces in the air, the subtle glances laden with unspoken pacts. What alliances might forge in such fragile peace? This episode beckons you forward, suspense coiling like a serpent, igniting an insatiable hunger to witness the threads pull taut, not for the plot's sake, but to quench the burning question in your chest. Episode 8 propels the overarching narrative into uncharted ethical waters, shifting from visceral combat to cerebral diplomacy, much like how Game of Thrones evolved from battlefield gore to throne room machinations. Key revelations dismantle the binary of heroes versus demons. The introduction of Laddie, the demon lord's daughter, unveils internal demonic descent and a paternal quest for peace, twisting the summoning's purpose into a tool of human aggression rather than defense. A pivotal twist exposes a human leak, Graham Cluster's betrayal in funneling intel to demons, heightening paranoia and foreshadowing civil strife. Pacing strikes a deliberate balance, lingering on dialogues to build tension before accelerating toward a cliffhanger alliance proposal, maintaining dramatic equilibrium without the prior episode's frenzy. Yet, cloudy aspects persist, as fans often puzzle over the Demon Lord's authenticity and Laddie's role. Is she a genuine olive branch or a Trojan horse? Delving into the light novel, Volume 2, Chapters 8 to 12, per sources like manga adaptations and fan correlations, these ambiguities clarify. The Demon Lord, grieving his wife's ancient death, seeks non-violent coexistence, but rogue subordinates exploit human rituals for power grabs. Resurrection's strict temporal limits, immediate postmortem only, debunk revival theories, framing his evil as propaganda. This context enriches the animation, revealing summonings as veiled conquests, advancing the plot toward a multipolar war with researched nuance. Akira's psyche deepens, his hidden wounds, the alienation of superior yet scorned stats, manifesting in a transformative hesitation to kill, evolving from episode 1's impulsive lethality to a consistent moral compass that surprises in mercy toward foes, echoing Hamlet's introspective delays. Laddie emerges as a revelation, her motivations rooted in filial loyalty and anti-war idealism, her good demon facade cracking to reveal vulnerabilities that humanize her, transforming from archetype to catalyst. Emilia's growth shines in protective instincts, her choices surprising in vulnerability sharing, while Ueno's pragmatism grounds the group. Dialogues feel organic, fostering surprising bonds that hint at profound shifts. Power's illusion permeates, manifesting in characters' shattered illusions. Akira grapples with morality's shades, questioning if strength obligates violence, akin to atomic scientists' post-Hiroshima remorse. Sacrifice versus survival unfolds in Laddie's pleas for understanding, pitting hope against despair as Demon's evil unravels into defensive desperation, provoking queries on prejudice. Do we demonize the other to justify our sins? These resonate universally, urging you to confront your biases, as if standing trial in a Kafkaesque court where labels dissolve. Fresh lore complicates the universe. Demonic societies' hierarchical hierarchical fractures and peace factions add depth, enriching the Isekai framework by inverting tropes. Humans as instigators via sacrificial summonings, demons as reluctant warriors. This mirrors real-world colonial inversions, broadening cultural rules around magic and politics without convolution. The script gleams with impactful subtlety, lines like Laddie's defense of demons. Not all are shadows, some seek the light, carrying poetic weight, foreshadowing betrayals and resonating like Martin Luther King's calls for unity amid division. Clichés surface in fanservice quips, but sharp exchanges elevate, their echoes lingering post-credits, much like Orwell's warnings in Star 1984 Star. Envision uttering these in a hushed council, the words vibrating in your throat, stirring doubts. What truths would you voice if peace hung by a thread? Art direction captivates through symbolic contrasts. Soft, ethereal blues bathe Laddie's introductions, symbolizing fragile hope amid crimson-tinged shadows of suspicion, with fluid movements in expressive faces amplifying emotional nuance. Beauty here signifies vulnerability, not mere aesthetics, like Renaissance portraits revealing inner turmoil. Stillness in Revelations heightens intimacy, though occasional stiffness in backgrounds tempers the impact. Camera angles amplify psyche. Overhead shots during disclosures evoke overwhelming fates, akin to Wells' disorienting frames in Citizen Kane, while rhythmic edits pulse with building unease, composing frames that mirror fractured alliances. Close-ups on trembling eyes heighten tension, drawing you into the emotional vortex. The OST emerges as a spectral narrator, haunting motifs of melancholic strings underscoring Laddie's pleas, crescendos burning revelations into memory like Wagner's leitmotifs, while strategic silences amplify unspoken horrors, speaking louder than roars, evoking the profound quiet in Beethoven's pauses, enveloping you in contemplative dread. Performances sear the soul. Laddie's VA infuses tremor and warmth, embodying a princess's defiant innocence with timbre that quivers like a violin string. Akira's delivery intensifies with gravelly resolve, capturing his internal storm, much like a stage actor channeling Lear's rage. This episode left me scarred by its poignant unravelings, feelings of betrayal mingling with sparks of empathetic wonder, as if witnessing the Velvet Revolution's fragile dawn. Moments of quiet confession etch deep, hinting at a climactic convergence where destinies entwine in irreversible pact, shattering illusions forever, like the moon landing's awe, redefining horizons. It probes eternal queries. Can enemies become kin? What sacrifices forge true peace? Sense the hush of revelation wash over you, the sting of prejudices fall. You're there, breath held in the chamber, curiosity aflame. What bridges would you build across your own divides? Via the reverse reading technique, one might fault the episode's fan service detours or opaque lore dumps as pacing drags, veiling complexities in unnecessary opacity. Yet, reframe them. These flaws deliberately humanize characters, using levity to underscore thematic vulnerability, much like Chaucer's bawdy tales masking profound insights. Appreciation for depth outweighs critiques of occasional visual lapses, yielding a thoughtfully layered installment. Episode 8 excels in thematic richness and character nuance, its strengths, profound revelations and emotional intimacy, surpassing weaknesses like fleeting clichés, triumphing in narrative and artistic ambitions. I personally was struck by its philosophical allure, anticipating seismic shifts ahead. But what if the demon in the mirror begs for mercy? Feel that whisper tug at your core, making the episode not a diversion, but the inevitable plunge into your shadowed self. Dare you turn away?